right?
Something.
Okay, here is a peek at tonight's.
Rough night.
Well, the manager leaked some hotel video to a website, TMZ, called LMZ.
LMZ
in the show.
Right.
You get it, though. The 16th season and, of course, Law & Order SVU still a huge hit. Bye, everybody.
Catch me if you can.
Remington Steele.
Well, I'm Mike Stone.
Oh, I'm Rockford.
Major Gregory Borington.
McGarrett.
Columbo. Peter Falk.
I was hoping you'd say that.
You can run,
Now hit the street.
but you can't hide.
I'm gonna do some nosing around.
Get caught by me.
Even you won't be able to catch up with it.
You wanna lay some money down on that, Colonel?
Catch me if you can.
Does anybody have the time?
The House votes to undo all of President Obama's immigration policies. It could affect thousands right here in the Valley. We're taking a closer look.
Plus, day one in the trial involving La Jolla ISD school board members. The lawsuit claims the recent election results were the result of voter fraud. A live report is straight ahead.
It's still cloudy and still misting across much of the valley. We'll tell you how soon that mist will go away and when it's going to warm up with your First Warn 5 forecast. The Channel 5 News at 5 begins right now.
From the Valley's News Channel, this is Channel 5 News at 5.
Those headlines in a moment, but first, this just into the Channel 5 newsroom. 3 people are dead after a head-on collision just hours ago.
It happened around 1:30 on South Highway 141 east of US 281. DPS troopers say the driver of a Hyundai veered into the westbound lane and hit an 18-wheeler head-on. The 58-year-old female driver, 22-year-old female passenger died at the scene. An infant was also in the car. The baby also died.
Troopers say the driver of the 18-wheeler was not hurt. DPS is now investigating. Breaking news, the FBI arrested an Ohio man who's accused of plotting an ISIS-style attack on the U.S. Capitol. The feds are accusing Christopher Lee Cornell of Cincinnati of planning to detonate pipe bombs and open fire on any employees and officials that would flee after those explosions. He was arrested today and charged with attempting to kill a U.S. government official. The FBI says Cornell was on their radar after an informant notified the agency Cornell was voicing support for violent jihad on Twitter. It is political pushback on the president's executive action on immigration. Late this morning, the House passed legislation to overturn protections for millions of illegal immigrants in the country right now.
Yeah, included in the bill money to fund Homeland Security. Republicans say the president's move amounted to unconstitutional overreach. The legislation would roll back executive actions Obama announced in November. It extended temporary stays of deportation to around 4 million immigrants in the country illegally.
It would also undo a program from President Obama's Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. That program was announced back in 2012. It extended work permits and temporary protection from deportations to more than 600,000 immigrants who came to the U.S. illegally before they turned 16. President Obama is threatening to veto the legislation.
The executive order hitting the court system in the Valley, the state of Texas filing a lawsuit against the action.
Yeah, that lawsuit landed in a federal court in Brownsville. State District Judge Andrew Hannon will preside over the case. Our Shelley Childers is following the suit, which is scheduled for a hearing tomorrow. Shelley, what else do you know?
Well, politicians from across the state are putting in their 2 cents on this lawsuit. The state of Texas is suing the federal government, saying they must continue to carry out federal laws of deportation. Our U.S. Congressman Philemon Vela not sitting quiet. Vela filed a brief with Judge Hannon's court opposing the lawsuit. We sat down with Brownsville attorney Tony Martinez today. He is also the city mayor, but in this situation, he was asked by Congressman Vela to represent him as an attorney. Martinez explains that the brief is a simple opinion from Vela, stating why he supports the president's executive order.
The reason you file a brief is say, listen, not only do I believe that this particular party is correct, but here's the reasons why. And so that's what we did.
Martinez tells us there are several briefs filed for and against this lawsuit already. Politicians aren't the only ones taking legal sides. He says unions and chambers of commerce have also filed their opinions. The hearing tomorrow will happen in Brownsville Federal Court. The judge is expected to rule on a temporary injunction. The state is asking for the executive order to be halted. Reporting live in the Cameron County Newsroom, Shelley Childers, Channel 5 News at 5.
The trial began today to see if the results in the La Joya School District election should be overturned. But just before trial, the judge excluded a critical piece of evidence. Our Rebecca Young was there when it happened. She's back live in our studio to explain. Rebecca?
Well, the case was filed back in November. That was when the candidates who lost the election sued the winning slate of candidates. They said that the results were obtained through fraud. They also said the winning slate bribed postal workers for the names and addresses of voters receiving mail-in ballots. They then allegedly went to those homes to make sure those voters marked the ballots for them. Attorneys for the candidates challenging the election results said they had blockbuster evidence. Videotaped conversations where the bribes are openly discussed. The videos were made by a campaign worker unhappy with what was going on. That campaign worker was supposed to be the first witness today, but she wasn't allowed to testify. That's because defense attorneys said they hadn't been given her address so that they could interview her for themselves. When that witness was excluded, so were the videotapes. A second witness then took the stand only to change his testimony halfway through and admit that he'd lied on the stand. We'll tell you about that in our 6 o'clock newscast. For now, live in the studio, Rebecca Young, Channel 5 News at 5.
The Texas Education Agency is taking a closer look at the Donna Independent School District. They say many of the district's students are underperforming. Channel 5 Steve Solis talked with a woman who is worried for her grandkids. Steve?
You know, the TEA meets with district leaders when schools are not meeting those state standards, and the woman I spoke to says something needs to change.
Guadalupe de Leon loves her grandkids.
Oh, jeez, I got about 17.
6 of her grandkids go to schools in the Donna Independent School District. She says each one of them is struggling in class.
It's too much stress, and it's not good for their minds. I mean, they go bonkers.
De Leon says she believes the district doesn't care about the students.
Because all they care about the test, and that's not how it goes. You have to care about the child before you even care about the test.
TEA tells us Donna ISD continues to post low test scores. It's those low scores which brought the TEA to town. We wanted to sit down with Superintendent Jesus Rene Reina. We spent the past 36 hours trying to line up an interview. Instead, he spoke to us over the phone this afternoon.
The TEA is visiting the school district basically due to what they call the performance-based monitoring analysis system.
Specific groups of students in Donna ISD posted low scores. Those students are in special education, No Child Left Behind, and English is a second language program.
Some of the challenges we face academically is the language barrier.
Reina says half of the students in his district are English language learners.
TEA is has sent a team of 4 individuals to basically come in and look at what the school district is doing to address those needs.
De Leon says fixes with the district are long overdue.
Well, I wish the district would do something about it, and not for the district, for the child.
De Leon says she will continue to do all she can to get her grandkids the help they need.
Now, the TEA will go back to Austin at the end of this week. They will then develop a game plan for the district on how to raise test scores. We'll continue to track this story and let you know what that plan is. Live in the newsroom, Steve Solis, Channel 5 News at 5.
Donna ISD, not the only school district in South Texas getting a visit from the TEA. They made a similar visit to Zapata County ISD earlier this school year. TEA also met with district leaders from PSJA. The TEA says the district had low test scores from their bilingual students. PSJA tells Channel 5 News their meetings with the TEA were positive. PSJA says they are still working with the agency to improve student test scores.
It's been another winter day in the valley. Temperatures staying in the 40s all day. Light rain and drizzle pretty much valley-wide. Here's a look at your current. Some of the data missing, but Harlingen and Weslaco both checking in at 46 degrees right now. The dew point's at 44, so super humid out there. And you can tell by the mist and the drizzle. And even where it's not showing up on radar, there's still some out there, just very, very light stuff. And it's going to be with us, I think, into the evening and perhaps even early tomorrow before it finally tapers off. But once it tapers off, it'll be gone for a while and we'll begin a warming trend. A close look at that warming trend in your First Warn 5 forecast in a few minutes.
New information on a headline we first broke back in December. The irrigation district is clearing out its pipelines in northern Hidalgo County to look for any potential leaks that may be contributing to constant flooding in an area outside of San Carlos. That's a neighborhood near Curry and Sharp Roads. Residents say the flooding problem started back in September. Hidalgo County Precinct 4 Commissioners says the irrigation and drainage districts and the county's planning department are all working together to figure out why the area is still underwater. The irrigation district is shutting off all water flow from Freddy Gonzalez and 281 to San Carlos. Now, if the flooding goes down in the area, they will start looking for that leak in the pipe.
The investigation into a crash that claimed 10 lives continues this afternoon. The Ector County Sheriff, this is out in West Texas, says a bus carrying state prisoners skidded off an icy highway overpass and crashed into a train. Investigators say the driver may have swerved to avoid an accident on the top of the overpass on Interstate 20. 8 prisoners and 2 correctional officers died. 5 others are hospitalized in Odessa. 4 are in critical condition, 1 in serious condition. The bus was taking inmates from the Middleton prison in Abilene to the Sanchez prison in El Paso.
We now know the name of the soldier who died at Fort Hood yesterday. Fort Hood officials say 24-year-old specialist Kendrick Vernell Sneed was found dead outside of his home in Killeen. He returned from Liberia last week. Sneed helped to build an Ebola treatment camp there. Officials say he was not exposed to patients. An autopsy is now underway. The U.S. Army noting he did not die from Ebola. Al-Qaeda claiming it was the mastermind behind the Paris terror attacks. The group says they plotted for years. More coming up.
Also, searchers have found the main section of AirAsia Flight 8501, where the crews found it and what the wreckage is telling investigators. That's all on the way.
Breaking news. Breaking stories. This is Channel 5 News with Oscar Adame, Melissa Correa, and First Warn 5 Weather with Chief Meteorologist Tim Smith. This is Channel 5 News at 5.
At FAMSA, we reward your furniture or mattress purchase with a free HD TV or video game bundle. Visit us today and take a 32-inch TV or Nintendo Wii U, a 42-inch TV or Nintendo Wii U or Xbox One, a 60-inch TV or a Nintendo Wii U or Xbox One. FAMSA, close to you.
We gave people a mind-blowing ride in what they thought was our most advanced Ultima race car. Then, we just blew their minds.
It's just crazy that this is like the car. I was just it.
The 2015 Nissan Altima with blind spot warning and zero-gravity seats. Lease today, just $189 per month. Or get 0% APR for up to 60 months. Altima, from the most fuel-efficient lineup in America. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Nissan, innovation that excites.
I wake up in the morning, I kiss my wife, I kiss my son, and I go to work. I want to make them proud. My father always told me that the forming of a person's character lies in their own hands. I want my son to learn the same lessons that my father taught me. Character, strength, toughness. My name is Alex Begum. I fight for you.
Call the Begum Law Group at 909-HURT and don't settle for less.
Glad your boots out, Texas. It's back and bigger than ever. The hottest 8 seconds of the year. The K-Tex National Professional Bull Riders presented by Ed Pay Motors. January 24th and 25th in Mercedes at the RGV Livestock Show Arena. Advanced tickets are available at the Bull Rider in Harlingen, Boots and Jeans in Weslaco, and all the Boot Jack Western Store locations. This will be a sellout, so get your tickets early. The K-Tex NPBR Bull Riders, January 24th and 25th. RGV Livestock Show Arena in Mercedes. Cowboy up, and we'll see you there.
At FAMSA, we reward your furniture or mattress purchase with a free HDTV or video game bundle. Visit us today and take a 32-inch TV or Nintendo Wii U, a 42-inch TV or Nintendo Wii U or Xbox One, a 60-inch TV or a Nintendo Wii U or Xbox One. FAMSA, close to you.
أما عن غزوة باريس المباركة.
An al-Qaeda group is claiming responsibility for the terror attacks in Paris. A statement released in the video you are seeing right there on your screen. U.S. officials say it is authentic. In the video, the al-Qaeda member makes references also to the September 11th attacks on the World Trade Center. And today, Charlie Hebdo, the French magazine, published its first edition since the deadly shooting at their offices in Paris a week ago. ABC's Karen Travers has a story for us at 5.
A symbolic, poignant day across France. It's been exactly 1 week since 2 masked gunmen stormed the Paris offices of Charlie Hebdo, killing 10 staffers and 2 police officers. And today, the satirical weekly magazine published their next issue, On Time. People lined up before dawn, waiting to pick up their copy, featuring a cartoon image of the Prophet Muhammad on its cover.
Just as a citizen, I wanted to buy this magazine in support for the team who has been murdered last week.
Charlie Hebdo usually prints 60,000 copies of each issue. This printing, 5 million. And still some were out of luck. Newsstands quickly selling out all their copies. The artist who drew this week's cover says he's just a cartoonist, but some Muslim leaders in France and around the world blasted the new issue as a provocation and even an act of war. Charlie Hebdo's publishing comes on the same day that an al-Qaeda affiliate in Yemen, in a new video, claimed responsibility for last week's horrific terror attack. A senior al-Qaeda leader praising the 2 gunman brothers as heroes of Islam. He says the terror group chose the target in France, laid the plan, financed the operation, and appointed its leader.
This, we believe, likely came from AQAP's media wing. The latest example of the brutality that is really a Q's calling card.
The Obama administration says that al-Qaeda in Yemen is the most dangerous affiliate of the terror group and a global threat. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, a major break in the 2-week search for victims of the AirAsia Flight 8501. It crashed in the Java Sea. Divers finally found the main fuselage. They found it over a mile away from where the flight data and voice recorders were found. So far, all of the bodies found have been intact, but they did not have life vests on, meaning they never saw the crash coming.
This airplane obviously came down at a slower speed and hit the water in a non-survivable way. But what would have caused it to do that is still a very great puzzle.
You know, the next step to solving that puzzle is to send divers down to see exactly how much of the fuselage is there and get any bodies that may be inside. Only 50 bodies have been pulled from the waters, 16 identified. There were 162 passengers on board the plane when it went down.
Across the valley today, cloudy, damp, drizzly again. Tomorrow things begin to change. Your forecast for Los Garces, Heidelberg, Four Corners, and the rest of the valley is next.
El Pollo Loco's under 500 calories entrees are loaded with flavor, like our chicken and shrimp tostada.
But they're also low calorie, like our chicken and kale salad.
They're more
and less
at the same time.
Try our new under 500 calories menu, El Pollo Loco. Crazy you can taste.
If you're looking to save thousands on a brand new vehicle, then now's the time to make the switch to Hacienda Ford and save big time. With over 1,000 vehicles to choose from, Hacienda's got the vehicles you want at the prices you want, like brand new 2014 Explorers for $5,500 off. Brand new 2014 Ford Escapes for $6,500 off. Brand new 2014 Ford Edges for $7,500 off. So make the switch and save now at the RTV Truck Superstore, Hacienda Ford, Edinburgh.
Don't miss the St. Albans Episcopal Antique Sale and Show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Casa de Amistad, Fair Park Boulevard in Harlingen. You'll find Victorian to country furniture, Victorian accessories, linens, antique and estate jewelry, pottery, reference books, art glass, cut glass, elegant depression glass, jewelry, and silver repaired, and much, much more. Admission is $5, good all 3 days. That's this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Casa de Amistad, Fair Park Boulevard in Harlingen. St. Albans Episcopal Antique Sale and Show. Don't miss it.
Bert Ogden Chevrolet, Bert Ogden Buick GMC, and Fiesta Chevrolet are your truck headquarters with the largest selection of 2015 Chevy Tahoes, Suburbans, GMC Yukons, and Yukon XLs in the Valley. And now take $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, save with 2.9% APR for 60 months. Hurry in today and get the best deal on the largest inventory of Tahoes, Suburbans, Yukons, and Yukon XLs in the Valley. From your truck headquarters, Bert Ogden Chevrolet in Mission, Fiesta Chevrolet, and Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburgh.
Dale gas!
El Pollo Loco's three-course family meal comes with your choice of a super salad, like our corn chowder or Mexican cab, and new chocolate churros, which sort of makes you the jefe. But you still can't man the grill. New 8-piece three-course family meal, El Pollo Loco, crazy you can taste.
And now, First Warn 5 weather with Chief Meteorologist Tim Smith.
Hey folks, temperatures not moving, 40s, 46, 47 across the entire valley at this hour. WeatherBug shows the view, and this could be anywhere, but our camera right now here at our studios in Weslaco looking out to the east, and visibility's maybe 3 miles or so. Then it drops off in the haze, the mist, the drizzle, and it's still coming down and likely will be for another maybe 12 hours or so before it finally tapers off, maybe into tomorrow morning, and then it should move away. Let's go back to the maps and take a look. Your forecast for tonight keeps temperatures in the low to mid 40s, so we'll go down a little, but not much, with the drizzle continuing. And then tomorrow, I think the drizzle goes away, but it's still cloudy. Temperatures bounce back up into the 50s tomorrow. 54 at the island, 56 in McAllen, 57 tomorrow afternoon in Starr County. So finally, a little bit of a warm up and an end to the misty drizzle, but it may take until tomorrow morning for that to happen. There you see it. The more significant of the mist, if you will, is in the eastern part of the valley, but we're seeing it all the way back into McAllen this afternoon, and FutureTrack says it's just going to be there on and off. It's not heavy at all, but it just continues for a while yet. But by tomorrow afternoon, it tapers off. Clouds stick around. They may thin a little bit, maybe a little late day clearing, but I think on Friday we're more likely to see at least a little bit of sunshine, and with a little sunshine, temperatures bounce back probably upper 50s, maybe even the low 60s for Friday, and probably for Saturday and Sunday as well. So your rain chances tomorrow, 30% in the morning, and then it dries out and we stay dry for Friday and for Saturday. Your high temperatures still not quite back to normal, but we're getting closer. 67 by Saturday. Some places on Friday will probably be in the 60s, so we're starting to get back to where we should be this time of year. Rest of South Texas feels a lot like here. 41 San Antonio, Victoria, Houston at 45, same thing in Falfurrias, 43 in Del Rio, and across the rest of the state, a little colder in the north. Lubbock's 38, 39 in San Angelo, and out west 34 in the Big Bend out in Marfa. Now let's take a look. Here are the clouds. You can see the rain all along the Texas coast, and it's all drizzle, and that's because of the low that's developing just offshore. And that low will slowly but surely pull away, but it takes a little while, so the moisture kind of lags into tomorrow morning, but then finally pulls away by afternoon. Maybe some brightening in the skies tomorrow afternoon. Probably a little more brightening on Friday and a little bit on Saturday, so we see a little sunshine. That helps warm temperatures back up just a little bit until the next front gets here, and that one doesn't look all that strong Sunday into Monday, so while it may cool off again, that one doesn't look to be all that dramatic. Here's a look at temperatures in the morning across Texas. 35 to start the day in Dallas, 41 in San Antonio. By afternoon, most of the state's back into the 50s. So for us tonight, we stay in the 40s, cloudy and cold with drizzle and fog. The northerly wind is there. Then tomorrow back to 52. That's a big warm up from today, like 5-6 degrees from this afternoon. Some clearing late in the day. Northerly winds continue at 7 to 15. So 52, 59, 67 on Saturday. Then we kind of level out in the mid 60s into early next week. The forecast ends at Wednesday. If there was a Thursday on there, there would be another front on there because it looks like it's going to get cloudy, damp again the end of next week. That's your updated First Warn 5 forecast.
House Speaker John Boehner speaking out after learning about a plot to kill him. In 2 minutes, what's he saying and details on that murder plot.
And don't hold your breath waiting for your tax refund. We'll tell you why it could take even longer this year for that check to arrive.
Introducing the new Subway Simple 6 menu. 6 of our best 6-inch subs like the Italian BMT and tender turkey breast with a 21-ounce drink and a bag of chips for just $6 every day. It's value made simple. Subway.
There's never been a better time to try Time Warner Cable. With HD content you love to watch virtually anytime, anywhere. Ultra-fast internet at the speed you need. An unlimited nationwide calling. all together for the first time for $89.99 a month. Plus, enjoy big Hollywood blockbusters from Epix. Now with free installation and TV equipment included. That's a savings of over $900. Try it, love it, or your money back guaranteed. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
I came to South Texas ISD because I thought it was going to be a challenge.
It was a good experience. I enjoyed my high school years.
Everyone is studying. They do not have a lot of distractions.
A lot more focus on the education.
I think I'm a more confident person. I take bigger risks because I attended the school. A lot of students who come here graduate and they go on to college. If that is what you want to do, this is the school for you. I don't think that my life would be what it is now if it wasn't for this district.
Enrollment begins January 17th.
Gilman Guy rule number 490. Can I help you? Just a few shots and I'll be done. Excuse me? I'm updating my page for some cool pics. I can't afford a new car. Gilman has payments that'll fit anyone's budget. That way your friends will have something real to like. Ooh.
Right now at Gilman Honda, lease a 2015 Honda Civic for just $159 at Gilman Honda in San Benito. Gilman, big enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Gilman Guy rule number 490. Like us for savings.
Gilman, it's the way to go. Ace Borderland Hardware in Weslaco is your build it, paint it, fix it, cook it, turn it on, hook it up, grow it, get rid of it, give it, rent it, ride it store.
In other words, we have just about all the stuff you need.
Come in today and pick up your RV supplies, including septic treatment products, hoses, adapters, antifreeze, and more.
Whatever you need, check with us first.
Ace Borderland Hardware in Weslaco, 300 South Missouri.
Mr. Speaker, what happened with the bartender, sir?
Yeah, I can't make this stuff up. That's what he said. Looks like House Speaker John Boehner is trying to make light of an Ohio man's plot to kill him. Police say Michael Hoyt told police he wanted to kill Boehner because he was mean to him. Hoyt was a bartender at Boehner's Country Club. He told police he was planning to poison his drink or shoot him. Hoyt was charged and is receiving psychiatric evaluation.
The IRS says the tax season will be different this year. Refund checks could take longer to arrive. ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl shows us what else to expect.
Coming soon from the IRS, delayed tax refunds, more risk of identity theft, and worse customer service. That's the word from IRS Commissioner John Koskinen. In an email to IRS employees obtained by ABC News, the commissioner says the IRS budget has been cut so severely, quote, "We have no choice but to do less with less. Refund checks will be slowed by a week or more. And that IRS helpline, only about half the people who call will actually get through. About the only people to benefit, tax cheats. The IRS will conduct 46,000 fewer audits. Spending less on the IRS's budget will actually cost the government money. That's because there will be fewer audits, fewer officers going after tax cheats, and as a result, about $2 billion less in revenue coming in to the Treasury. Jonathan Karl, ABC News, the White House.
Across the valley this evening, that light rain drizzle continues. Temperatures don't go anywhere. 45s and then a 44 by 11 o'clock. Tomorrow, the stuff does taper off and maybe even some sunshine. We'll check that forecast when we come back.
To build strength and durability into the bed of the new Sierra, GMC engineers demanded rolled formed steel. For the same reason rolled steel is used in the hulls of submarines. Big ones. Introducing the new GMC Sierra. Incredible thinking in the form of a truck. Now get nearly $5,500 total value on this specially equipped 2015 Sierra.
The all-new TRVA 2015 All-Valley RV and Outdoor Show benefiting KRGV's Teach the Children is from January 15th through 18th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily at the RGV Livestock Showgrounds in Mercedes. Kidfish on Saturday and Sunday and only $10 per carload.
STARS has helped me so much with finances. It's difficult for my parents to have to pay for school and even just basic necessities.
STAR Scholarship has helped me financially be able to buy books and just make it easier on my family.
Instead of having to work a part-time job, it's giving me plenty of money in order so I can focus on my studies.
I can focus so much more on what really matters because STARS is always there to help me out. Change. It starts with you and me.
Apply for the STAR Scholarship Fund today.
In a foreign lottery, victims get either a telephone solicitation or a mail solicitation that they have won money, but before they can receive their winnings, they have to pay some type of taxes or duties. If you have to pay money, it's a scam. If you're taking care of elderly parents, be aware what's going on in their daily lives. If they're making large dollar withdrawals from bank accounts or arranging wire transfers, it's imperative that you know what it's for, because more likely than not, they're being scammed.
Happening right now, northbound Highway 281 just north of the Hidalgo County line is closed. Traffic backed up for at least 3 miles.
Yeah, we just received some photos from the Lynn San Manuel Fire Department. They're working a tractor trailer rollover. We're told, though, that the big rig was not carrying a trailer. Firefighters are now working to figure out what caused the whole thing. Debris is scattered across Highway 281.
Yeah, we're told there was no injuries. TxDOT crews on their way there to see if they can reroute that northbound traffic.
All right, we got another night of the misty drizzle, and then tomorrow it tapers off. The clouds stick around, maybe thinning out a little bit in the afternoon, but then Friday, a little more sunshine. Saturday, at least some sunshine in the area, and I think Sunday, partly sunny as well. Temperatures getting closer to normal for the weekend, and next week, another front due late Wednesday will cool us off once again. But tonight, still chilly, damp, misty. Lovely. Enjoy it. We'll have an update for you at 6.
Oscar and I were squinting at Tim's forecast. Haven't seen the sight of sun on his 7-day in quite some time. I cannot wait for Saturday to get here.
Yeah, looks bright this weekend. Have yourself a great evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Closed captioning brought to you by Channel 5 and Clark Knapp Honda.
Pizza Hut, $11. That's right, any Pizza Hut pizza, just $11. Enjoy your classic favorites like pepperoni and supreme, or explore new flavors with Pretzel Piggy for friends, family, or just a night in. Pizza Hut, $11.
We gave people a mind-blowing ride in what they thought was our most advanced Ultima race car. Then, we just blew their minds.
It's just crazy that this is like the car. I was just it.
The 2015 Nissan Altima with blind spot warning and zero-gravity seats. Lease today, just $189 per month. Or get 0% APR for up to 60 months. Altima, from the most fuel-efficient lineup in America. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Nissan, innovation that excites.
Pizza Hut fans, are you ready for this? Great pizza and awesome wings. Some things just go together. And at Pizza Hut, we get it. That's why we're giving you a large pepperoni pizza and 8 wings for just $16. Now that's something to celebrate. Pizza Hut, make it great.
Thank you, Rio Grande Valley, for making KRGV Channel 5 News #1.
From morning until night, more people depend on Channel 5 News than any other station in the Valley.
Number 1. Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1. Number 1.
And we thank you. You're watching KRGV, Channel 5 Weslaco.
On this Wednesday night, 2 major breaking stories. An alleged homegrown radical here in the U.S. under arrest in Ohio. The FBI tonight saying he was buying his weapons, his 600 rounds of ammunition. What was his plan for the U.S. Capitol? Also breaking tonight, ABC News has learned a major shakeup at the Secret Service. A deadly scene on American highways today. Hundreds of accidents, the ice and the bus off the overpass right into a train. A major medical headline tonight, controlling your appetite now with a pacemaker-like device just approved by the FDA, and Dr. Besser is here. And the NASCAR superstar who tonight is making the case that his ex was a trained assassin.
From ABC News World Headquarters, this is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us tonight, and we begin with that arrest. The FBI revealing late today an alleged homegrown plot. Authorities say an Ohio man inspired by ISIS and Al-Qaeda bought 2 M15 assault rifles and a huge stock of ammunition. They say he was then headed to the nation's capital, where he was allegedly planning to take aim at members of Congress. Let's get right to ABC senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas, who's been working his sources on this. Pierre?
David, tonight the has arrested what it claims is an al-Qaeda ISIS wannabe, hell-bent on violence.
The plan, an all-out assault on the U.S. Capitol and members of Congress. The weapons, pipe bombs and semi-automatic rifles to shoot and kill employees and officials. The suspect, identified as Christopher Lee Cornell of Cincinnati, Ohio, arrested this morning after buying 2 M15 assault rifles like this and 600 rounds of ammunition.
As soon as the purchase was over and he left the door, several agents came out and tackled him here in the parking lot and took him down.
According to the FBI, Cornell, who is only 20 years old,